Hi, this is Pastor Jay from Covenant Light and Shadow. I haven't done a video in a while. I've been in bad health, but doing okay right now. So making a video, as you could tell. As you could tell, it's very. Oh, here, hold on. Got to get the good shots here. Wait, let's see here. Hold on. Oh well. I was trying to capture the waterfall, but I'm not a master cameraman yet, so you have to bear with me. So, um, so here we are. It's winter. It's like in the teens right now outside. That's why I'm all bundled up. Yeah. A little bit of scruff in there too, to keep you warm. Keep your skin kind of warm when it's like in the teens outside. So, I'm making this video to remind everyone to stay warm. This is the holidays. Be compassionate towards others. This is supposed to be, the holiday season is supposed to celebrate the times of darkness. In the times of darkness, to celebrate, to uplift the souls of people who are not doing so good in the winter. Now, when it's 18 degrees outside, it gets pretty harsh. Harshness means harsh realities. Harsh realities means going hungry, going cold. You kind of expect family to be there for you during these times when it's cold and harsh, and that's not always the case. Sometimes you want that nice warm meal, but it's not available to you. There's been times in my life where I've been the guy in the cold, looking through the window into a restaurant. Yeah, I was that guy looking into the restaurant, looking at all these people eating pizza and spaghetti in the restaurant, and they're just like warm, and they have the extra money to actually have disposable income enough to actually like just go out and have someone serve them a meal, which before those instances I used to take for granted going to the restaurants. But then when you take things for granted, source, God, whatever you put your faith in, pulls the rug from under you. So I was in a position where I didn't have running water, didn't have a shower, I didn't have anything, like I was out in nature, bro. If you know what I mean. You're constantly trying to stay warm and stay dry. It's just like I'm sorry for laughing. It's just, oh my gosh, when the wool gets drawn from you, or the rug gets taken away from you, and you're put in a position to where you're humbled. You take the things that you used to take for granted, you don't take for granted anymore. Like running hot water. When you're out in this environment right here, warm hot water, a warm food, like a warm hot meal is hard to find. Because some people can't walk. Some people can't walk down to the centers to get the meal because they're too disabled, or their mental disabilities, or whatever the story. Not everyone can go out there and get a hot meal. Sometimes people like there were times in my life where I would go to sleep and not know whether I would wake up alive, because it would get so cold at night. It would get down into the teens, and all I would have was just layers of clothing as my warmth. So yeah, it gets rough out there. When you don't have adequate food, shelter, water, things that sustain you in life. And then also when you have, I've had family and friends. I have two amazing friends that, childhood friends that, that's loved me and supported me my whole life. And for them, I'll always have a soft, warm spot for them. But the ones that never really show that they care, they take your time for granted. They think that just because you're family, they have a right to all your time, all your resources, everything, and that's not true. No one's entitled to anything. And that's what Source, God, and everything humbled me to realize. You're born naked in this world, and then you return to dust alone in the end. Because all we are is earth, cosmic dust in the end. And you just have to face the facts. It's not about money. It's not about how much money you're going to make in your life. It's about this. It's about nature. It's about self-progression. It's about improving yourself. It's about anything that involves abundance. Because anything else is just it's negative. Negative is not, when you're a positive person, negative can feel bad. But if you're already a negative person, you're not gonna change who you are because you were born negative. So you just try to make the best of it. If you feel like you're thinking too negative and then negative things start happening to you, you just switch it up. You start treating people nice instead of being grumpy all the time. And when you're grumpy all the time, what does that do? That it draws more bad attitudes toward you, because what you put out in the universe comes back to you. It's a law. It's the scientific laws of the universe. What you put out comes back to you. So you can't defy cosmic laws. So and then when you try to defy cosmic laws, bad things happen. Some legends state that because of power and greed, the Mars atmosphere was blown away. It used to be able to sustain life, but that's all theory stuff. So, but we're here on this glorious Earth, experiencing what I call the negative climate, which is cold, harsh. It's not pleasant. Harshness. That's why you get those. Anytime where there's like cold and dark and all that kind of stuff, like in the bottom of the seafloor, you got those angler fish, and they're just so intense. They're just so graphic and intense looking. Well, there's a reason for that. It's harsh down there, man. You got atmosphere upon atmosphere upon atmosphere upon atmosphere, pressure. And then you got no sunlight to give you warmth, so you're in the cold all the time, in the cold darkness. So what ends up happening, you end up becoming like, it's harsh, so your body mutates to accommodate the harshness. So, and then the further up you go in the ocean, where it's nice and warm, the warmer it is and the more pleasant it is, the nicer the animals and the more pleasant everything looks. Everything starts to look pretty. You got the pretty tang fish swimming around doing their thing, and you're in your snuga or scuba gear checking them out, because they're all pretty and they're in the sunlight having fun, on the top part where it's like warm and sunny and abundant, like everything's happy. And then when you go down to the bottom of the seafloor, it's like no light, no warmth, nothing. It's just like, it's just a bad environment. So anyways, so the topic of this video is to, in times of this kind of harshness, remember there are people out there that are having a hard time and need your support. Now, it doesn't mean that it, like, an abusive person can come into your life, if they're out on the street, get give them a warm bed for the night. It's not gonna hurt you. Who cares if you bump into them? Like, if they seek your help during the holidays, lend out a hand. It's not gonna break your back, even if it takes taking out a loan. If you're like have this $800 credit score or 800 credit score, and then you have all these like toys everywhere, and then your freaking brother or cousin or uncle or dad or mom or whoever comes around is like, I'm starving and hungry, can you help me out? And you're like, that's a oh, man, I gotta go out and fill the documents out, I gotta go into the bank, that's a hinder on my time, I can't do that. See, that's the difference. That's when you get on the naughty list for Christmas. It's things like that when you don't open your door and you're just like, so he's just like, and you judge everyone the same and you're harsh to everyone. So yeah, that's when you get on the naughty list, or you're a narcissist and don't care about anybody. You're just like flat out no to everything. The holidays are meant to bring people in from out of the cold harshness, get them warm, give them a nice good meal, get them a little bit of shelter. If they're out on the streets, you kind of help them out for a few days, like get them warm, if they don't have a tent, or buy them a tent. Who cares, like, no sweat off your back. You know what I mean? But don't let them take advantage of you, though. That's the one thing. When you're a spiritual person, or you're a good person, or loving, caring person, really negative, or people who don't value your time, don't value your resources, don't value what you can offer. They just take and take and take all the time. Well, when you've already demonstrated that you can't trust them anymore, you just help them out and then move on. So anyways, I'm gonna do a panoramic view. Now remember, stay loving and warm, and try to do your best out there, because your best is what matters. And try to have your own minds. Don't let other people try to control you, try to control your mind and control you. Don't ever let anyone do that. This is your spiritual life. This is your spiritual life. This is your quest. Like Lord of the Rings, this is your quest. So don't let anyone try to control you, to control your spiritual path, your faith, any of that. It's all up to you. And this is Pastor Jay giving you permission. You can do whatever you want, but just remember, there's consequences to bad actions, and then there's good actions that create abundance. And you just gotta figure out your way through it all. So anyways, I'm gonna do a panoramic view, and then I'm gonna shut off. Happy holidays, and remember, when harsh conditions are like this, try to lend a helping hand and open your door for the ones that are less fortunate. So this is Pastor Jay signing off, and here you go. Oh. Anyways, yeah, I'm not. Okay, here we go. I'll just do a panoramic view real quick. Oh. Oh, let's try to get the waterfall in there. Oh, there's the Canadian geese and ducks that was late flying south, or either that or they're way north. They're up in the Arctic. So, when you're up in the Arctic and you fly, you can only fly so fast. So these are probably the ones that are either around in the Arctic, or they were like, I'm not flying down there, no way, I can make it. But I'm just glad they're here so I can enjoy their company while it's cold, because I think they're amazing out here. Because whenever times get tough, nature always helps you out, gives you mental peace and clarity. So if you're going through depression, seasonal depression, or anything like that, just go out there, take a walk, be out in nature, say hi to someone, and just try to do the best you can. We're all out here just trying to make it. So happy holidays, and everyone have a good time during this winter time. Peace.